Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. From the 29, Mayfield. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think
trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. You go take.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
From the 29, Mayfield. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. He finds Beckham complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 45-yard line. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. A run for Nick Chubb. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you've got your best people in the area to try and take that away.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Mayfield looks to throw. He wants it all for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Here's Wilson. And this is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Now Wilson on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Olivier Vernon able to record his 5th sack of the season. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Escaping the pressure right. And he rifles one incomplete. The rookie DK Metcalf, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Wilson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. This is going to be a good one-on-one battle to watch. Both of these guys play the game at the highest level.
Both of them are terrific competitors. They play the game with great athleticism and smarts as well.
And in this early round, the defense wins. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys open.
And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports.
It's just me and you.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 31, Wilson. Left side complete to Lockett. 9 yards the pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
I can't believe they even let you play.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. 1st down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 43. Now it's Carson. And he's taken down inside the 30. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk 1st. On 1st down, Wilson. And this one's incomplete. C.J. Procise was the intended target. And it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
What to be done? What to be done?
To throw again. Wilson. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Call that a very strong gain of 24. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Wilson turns and gives to Procise. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. Wilson. Flushed out right. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. The extra point now coming from Myers. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
We know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Mayfield to throw it. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete here.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, Haywood!
Going to the air again with Mayfield. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
1:55 left to go in the first half of play. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
He's going to rifle. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 37 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So 2nd and inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. Now it's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Again, Wilson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the route is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Vincent Mayowa in there to bury him for a loss of 11. 3rd and long for Mayfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 34.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. After the interception, here's Wilson. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Final 12 seconds of the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Mayfield off the play fake. Rolling to his right. It's caught. Beckham. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
On 1st down, Chubb going to get forward for only about a couple. 2nd and 8 forthcoming. The tackle made by K.J. Wright. From the 44, Mayfield. He finds his target, Beckham. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 29-yard line. Mayfield now just 6 of 16 through the air, but he does have a 1st and 10 here. From the gun, Mayfield. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Unable to stop KJ right there as he slips by for the sack.
54. Mike 54. It's all right.
After the sack on first down, Mayfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage.
I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session. But, Coach, I was throwing it to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's fourth down. Throwing, Mayfield. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Forced out to his left. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Browns get a score closer.
Trying to make a comeback often appears daunting, but the only way to get there, start small, score, and worry about getting the next one after that.
Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and the lead now down to 20. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
On first down, again, they go pro size. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Hey, watch the slant.
On 2nd down, it's Carson.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. On first down, pro size. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Wilson now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. Wilson's throw caught by Metcalf. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
19.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Stop your body.
They'll try and run down here with pro size. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. There's Wilson to throw. Dance, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Myles Garrett able to record his 5th sack of the season. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? This complete to Lockett. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. They're the Seahawks. They're able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. A first down throw for Mayfield. And he's got some space here. Past the 20, 10, and he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try to run with Carson. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks capitalize on this short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
A throw over the middle, taken in. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Going right back to Beckham here, complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. Mayfield on first down. And my goodness, another interception. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll begin the drive with Carson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wilson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. Throwing is Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And I think the Browns got it. They did.
But that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long, and you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him. sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. To throw again on second down. Mayfield. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Seahawks on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. And able to find Dorsett. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down. Wilson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And they'll go jet sweep here with Dorsett. First down, Seattle, 16 yards, the gain there.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction, and when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Check, Lucky, strike.
This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. On second down now, it's Carson.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
He's going to let this go for the end zone, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
4th down. Here's Wilson. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. From the shotgun, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To throw, Mayfield. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. He was trying to go back to Beckham there. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
All day, just like that. Just like that.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down. He goes full extension, and he's got it. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Seahawks, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Browns, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.